Yes, now time for the magic words. There is no expectation of privacy in the public.
Good morning, everybody. Good to see so many people in here. I've already been seeing a lot of talk in my chat about DMA, and I plan on I have a whole thing planned out for him later on. I'm going to cover one of his new videos. That's going to be fun. But first, hello, welcome. We're going to start by saying hello to everybody that's in the chat today. Good to see so many people here this early in the morning. We got Terry Barnes, first one to join us. He was here real early, over half an hour. So welcome. Good to see you here as always. We got Kim Crawford in the house. Yay. Let's see what else we got. Script Cat, of course. Script. Always good to see you, Hud. Beautiful. Let's see. Terry Barnes, Kim Crawford, Script Cat. Who else? iKiss is here. Welcome. Good to see you again. Carl's Order of the Squirrel. Yes. Always wonderful when you're here. All you guys. Love you guys so much. Let's see what else we got. Peck. Yes. Peck is here all the way from Australia. I heard this guy had a bad intro, so I came in early. That's hilarious. Thank you, Peck. That's what she said. Let's see. Doc Danger. What's up? Oh, you're going to love my DMA bit I got planned for later. Let's see. Weed Skador in the house. Yes. Let's see. Script Cat Pack. Dave Perillo, of course. Always here. Can we agree that taking pictures in public buildings is cool? Well, it depends. If you're talking about like Fonzie, kind of cool. I don't know, man. But is it legal? Yeah, to an extent. Let's see. Yeah, especially schools. Thanks, Kim. Let's see. And who else is here? I want to say hello to everybody. Jim Hughes, hello. Roseanne Mason, hello. Such a great way to wake up at 6 a.m. in Illinois. Yeah, I'm from Chicago, man, so I know what it's like. Keep us informed next year when that do whatever you want and don't go to jail for it law takes effect. I know that that's not literally true, but I want to see just how well it does or doesn't work out. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with that. Let's see. See, this is one of those ones that I always screw up. Even after they told me how to pronounce it 10 times, I still screw up. Tequila Kid. Techie. Yes, love you. Thank you. Always glad to see you here. Let's see, Graham. And there's another one, Graham. I always say Garfield because I look at the name, but I don't read it. Graham Graphene. Hello, welcome. Let's see, Susan, the sassy old great granny. Yeah. Anon One News. Hello, welcome. Oh, and of course, Art Dash Union. Welcome. Always good to see you as well. Oh man, Kiss a Cat One. I got so many great people. I love you guys. Base Horseman is here. Yes. Oh man, I love my fans. Paracord Princess, Nikki Red. And I think I'm all caught up. Good morning, everyone. Glad to see so many of you wonderful people here once again this morning. As always, a great time had by all. Great way to start the day. I wanted to start out by talking a little bit about something I mentioned yesterday, but didn't really get into too much detail on, that I wanted to sort of elaborate on a little bit more this morning, which is this idea that it's the arguments that these guys make in court, right? Not just sovereign citizens, but Script Cat, she said, I love Svengoolie. Were you here the other day when I showed the picture I took with Svengoolie when I met him? Anyway, he's a really cool guy, really cool. So, now you got me thinking of it because it's Halloween time, that's awesome. Rich Goes. That's pretty cool. He's a good man. He's real cool. Like I said, I met him once, but he was extremely nice. He was genuinely funny. He's a good guy. Hez's Breakfast Club is where the cool kids come to share coffee and fun stories. Growing daily. That's right, Ikis. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I wanted to talk about how, and hello, Roseanne Massman. The way that, first of all, okay, we all know and love and respect the memory of Schrodinger's cat. And what he always used to say is that he saw frauditors as sovereign citizens light, right? And I see that too. When you look at the arguments they make, and like I said, especially in court, but also with the cops on the side of the street and employees of places and everything, they make a lot of the same types of arguments. And one of the things that I've noticed is that when they talk about things like, for example, when sovereign citizens in court, and they say, well, is this court run by admiralty jurisdiction or common law jurisdiction, or which one is it? And the court says neither. It doesn't matter what the judge says to answer the question. They're not going to accept the answer. And it's the same thing with the frauditors when they deal with the cops, right? They always say, oh, you're fraud-splaining. But when they say, hey, we're trespassing you, right? They'll make the argument that, no, you're not. Like, what do you mean? I'm here. I'm telling you, get out. No, you didn't. Like, they didn't say it, right? And then they'll walk into a place of business, and talk to the employees if it's a state building or whatever. And then they'll ask all these questions. They won't like the answers. And then they accuse the person of not answering their questions. It's like that video I showed yesterday with that Regan lady when she's like asking the cops, what are you doing? Oh, well, we're just, watching the park. Oh, well, how come you're not answering my questions? They just did, but you didn't like the answer. So now you're going to accuse them of not answering you. It's just nonsense. What's up, Benjamin Walter? Just taking pictures, never accepted as the answer. Well, because that's a non-answer, isn't it? Because if you were just taking pictures, why would you be standing there with your camera mounted on a tripod filming the same thing for 20 minutes? You already took the picture. The building didn't change in the 2 hours you would stand in there with your camera pointed at it. waiting for someone to come up to you so you could accuse them of approaching you. Yeah, Peck, that's the other one. Yeah, right. There's no sign. Okay, so now there's a sign. That sign's unconstitutional. And actually, I got one of those videos from Long Island Audit queued up for today, too. Maggie K, good morning. Good to see you. Sendo Q, nice. What's up? Good to see you. Oh, man. Love my morning crew. So, there's a couple different things I wanted to cover. I'm going to start with this one because this is a beauty. This is from Freedom to Film, and it's called Navy Veteran Threatens First Amendment Auditor with Second Amendment Bootlicker. And the reason I wanted the reason why I wanted to cover this, okay. So Dave, here's the problem with that. This is like ever since Long Island Audit got that sign removed from Berwyn City Hall. Now he thinks it's his mission in life to get signs removed. But if you guys are trying to get rid of signs, then how can the argument that, well, I didn't have to because there was no sign hold up? So when they do put a sign, it's unconstitutional. When they don't put a sign, you say, well, I don't have to do it because there's no sign. Like that's why we know it's BS, because no matter what you do, you can't win. So anyway, I'm going to show this because this is showing, in my opinion, that what's happening is that the general public is starting to catch on and call these guys out on their BS. This is just a random citizen who talks to this guy, not a cop or anything. And just watch how he handles this frauditor. I love this. The way this guy talks to the frauditor, I think, is beautiful. Signs everywhere, signs messing up the scenery, breaking my mind. Do this, don't do that. Can you read the signs? Here we go. Berwyn.
I'm sorry. What you mean?
Are you filming the cop because you don't think he's doing his job?
I'm filming the cop for officer safety.
For officer safety? Are you a cop?
Funny. Am I
He
obligated?
does not need your protection. He has a damn camera on his chest. And this is my neighborhood. So if you don't live on this street, take your little First Amendment audit and your happy ass off the fucking street.
Yes.
Because I'm sick of the bullshit. You guys are trying to give them a bad rap, but all they're doing is their fucking job. So get going before he needs to get out of his car and do his job for me whooping your ass. For bothering this man while he's trying to protect and serve. And all you're doing is causing fucking problems for him.
Yes.
Go.
So you threatening me?
Does it look like I'm threatening you? If I was threatening you, you'd already be on your ass on the ground. All this man is doing is his job.
And I'm helping him.
No.
I'm helping him do his
You're
job.
not helping him
What
do
the
his
hell
job.
is
You're gonna
that
fucking
nonsense?
I'm out here for his safety. I'm out
For
here
his
for his safety. Yeah.
What? How's it your safety? He's not here on a call for you.
I'm out here for his safety though. You know they always scream officer safety, right?
Officer safety, my fucking
Officer
ass.
safety is
He
paramount.
has a fucking camera on his chest that
Yeah, I got a
records
camera
everything.
too.
He has one on his car.
Yeah, I know that.
So why are
So
you
what's
following
the
him
problem
around?
with one more
Do
camera?
you job? Do you work?
What's the problem with one
Do you
more
fucking
camera?
work?
What's the problem with
Do
one more
you
camera?
work?
What's your name?
Don't worry about what my goddamn name is because I don't have to provide you with my motherfucking name. My motherfucking name is U.S. Navy veteran. Is what it is.
I'm a
And you're
Navy
fucking with our
veteran
rights.
too.
and you're fucking with the rights of these people.
So you should know, if you're a Navy veteran like myself, you should know that we have a constitutional right to do this, right?
I know you have a constitutional
So
right
why are
to
you
do
bothering
this.
me?
Why are you bothering him trying to do his job?
Do I not have a right to do it?
No, he's not bothering anybody.
I'm not bothering anybody either.
You are. You're bothering me. You're coming up to my fucking house while this man is trying to do his job and put a camera on him. Is he here doing a call on you? No. So there is no
How do you
officer
know
fucking
that?
safety.
How do you know that?
Because this is my house.
Is this your house right here?
I have cameras on both these houses. I'm watching this house while my man is out of town. So yes, I have authority over both of these properties. This man just pulled up here. You pulled up behind him. Get out with your fucking camera. And you're gonna sit there and record and say, "Oh, it's officer safety." No, you want to put them up on your fucking little YouTube channel for your little girlfriends to sit there and go, "Oh, police brutality," when all the man is doing is his job. You're not protecting
I'm
him.
helping him do his job, sir.
You see this thing right here? I'm not gonna touch you, officer. You see this thing right here?
Yeah, what is
It's
that?
a camera.
Oh, okay.
He has one on the front and the back
I
of his
love the
car.
way this guy.
Okay, so what's the problem with one more?
You don't need to record them because I'm tired of watching these fucking TikToks where you guys only put up half the goddamn story.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, but okay.
Of course not. You're gonna play stupid because you are stupid.
Why would you insult me? So I haven't done any.
On the line every
Yeah, I'm putting my life on the line to help him protect him.
By standing there,
I'm out here. So if something happened to this officer and his
that's
body,
a lie. Give me a break.
Yeah, please do, because when you leave, he leaves, and then I can go inside and I don't have to whoop his ass for being on my property. I appreciate you doing that.
Ah, you funny, bro. You real funny.
Dude, you don't know what.
You real funny, bro.
I had his job in the military.
How many cookies you want?
Don't even talk about me being fat. You're a fat motherfucker.
I ain't say you was fat. You want a cookie for
Get the fuck off my street.
doing what he did? This my neighborhood too, sir.
Get the fuck off my street.
This is my neighborhood too. You on?
Yeah. Anyway, after that, he just goes on, blah blah blah. But I love that beginning part because he calls out everything. He's like, "Oh, go take your little First Amendment on it, and I'm here to protect the cop." I know that's BS. You're just here for clicks and views on your stupid little YouTube channel. Oh, I love it. So yeah, that's great stuff. I wanted to show that because that's pretty good. And then the next thing I wanted to show is I alluded to this a little bit earlier when we were talking about the signs and stuff. This is another Long Island audit video where he's trying to get according to his opinion, unconstitutional sign removed from a building. And the title of the building is, let's see, Courthouse Security Tries to Go Hands-On. Journalists surrounded over unconstitutional judge's order. So let's see more of, protecting the man with 4 weapons on him and an army standing by. Right, exactly. Yeah, there's no reason that's obviously a lie. Which, of course, you have to lie to fraud it, right? The famous Schrodinger's cat quote. So let's check out this new Long Island audit video. See what he's doing, trying to get rid of signs once again. Let me pass his intro. There we go.
Some public notices over here. Distracted driving.
There's no filming here, okay? Put that down.
Hey, whoa, back away from me, man.
Put that down.
What are you doing?
Let's go.
Back away.
Wait a minute.
Away.
It just look at it. Look,
Respect. Let's
here's
get
the
into it.
big all caps.
All right, guys,
tries
so
to go hands on. See how fast it was? Let's
metal
look at it
detector,
again.
which is over here to our right. Let's take a look around. Some public notices over here. Distracted driving.
There's no filming here, okay? Put that down.
Hey, whoa, back away from me, man.
Put that down.
What are you doing?
Let's go.
Back away. Back away. This is not. I'm not in a courtroom. I'm not in the courtroom. Who are you? Why are you coming up behind me like that? What's wrong with this guy? Wow.
You didn't hear what he said?
Yeah. Why are you coming up on me like that, man? Well, I'm not in any courtroom I'm not in a courtroom or anything. I'm not in a restricted area. This is a public area.
I'm just asking you not to film.
But this is a public area. I'm not.
In the area.
Yes, I'm in a public area. This is a public area.
There's no filming in the area. Let's go.
Yeah, there's no reason for you to listen. Are you security guard or law enforcement? Are you a security guard or law enforcement, sir? Can I get your name? Badge number 117. Hey, how you doing? Are you a supervisor here?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just taking some pictures and video. I'm a journalist.
Sure.
No, you're not.
This way. I'm going to show you the sign.
Yeah, well, let me see the sign. Sure, no problem.
So you probably, I'm going to ask you to nicely to please shut this off and then read the sign and then determine how you want to proceed.
So, what rules of the chief judge? Are you law enforcement?
Step back.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for five
So, won't you
security
please read
guards.
the sign and then stop recording.
Are you law enforcement, sir?
Yes.
You're law enforcement?
I'm going to ask you to read the sign
Or are you public safety?
and I'm going to ask you to read the sign. and
Rules
stop
of the chief
recording.
judge: electronic recording and audiovisual coverage in court facilities, court proceedings. Yeah, of court proceedings. Whether or not the court is in session is forbidden. Where's the actual order? This is just the sign. Where's like an order from the
That is
judge?
the order.
If it was an order from the judge, you would
Yeah,
still call it
the chief judge of where?
unconstitutional.
So once again, you're in a courthouse.
Yeah.
You've read the sign. You've seen no video, no photographers, no recording.
What's the law though?
You've written it, and you might want to take a look at this because this is criminal contempt.
Yeah.
To continue, and I don't want to see that happen.
You don't have arrest capabilities. You're a security
well,
guard.
if I do or don't, I can call a police officer and a deputy sheriff if you'd like me to. What can I do to assist you?
I mean, you could definitely call law enforcement. I would love for you to call law enforcement because I would like for you to get educated. This is not a law.
I
These
appreciate that.
are policies, sir. Can I get your name?
Sure, Captain Wright.
Captain Wright?
Ray.
Captain Ray.
Yes.
Yeah, these are policies. And
Okay.
this officer here tried to come at me from behind and put his hands on me.
Oh, he tried to put his hands on you.
Yeah, he tried. I had to back
No, he
up and
didn't.
put my hand to block
So-
him.
Lie,
anyway,
lie,
how can I-
Security
lie.
officers and public
So how
safety
can I help you today?
security officers and public safety like yourself are here to observe and report, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not here to put your hands
on.
on anybody, man. That's not
So-
okay.
So what can I do to help you today?
That's not okay. You're public
So what can I
safety.
do to help you today?
I'm not a
Because you
danger
seem
of
to
the public
record still.
safety. Yes, I am recording. So I'm a journalist. I have a First Amendment
No,
right.
you're not. Listen, all right. I went out of my way to show it twice. Not only is he flat out lying about the guy trying to go hands on, but he didn't even come close to trying to go hands on. He tried to block the camera. He didn't even try to touch the camera. He just went like that to block it. And now he's turned it into, he tried to attack me. No, he didn't. He went like that to block the camera and then walked away. Oh my God. What are we gonna do? He went like that. Who's the snowflake now? Who's the coward now? Who's the Karen now? Somebody went like that. Oh no, it's the end of the universe. He tried to attack me. What a bunch of horse puggy. Manure, poop, crap. Ugh, garbage. Why he does this? Well, here's the thing, Nikki. Why does he always do this lately? Freaks out people, almost touching him. Brand new false narrative building techniques, I guess. Yeah, absolutely. And the whole thing with him going over the signs is because since he got the sign, he actually did get the sign removed from Berwyn City Hall. He now he thinks that like that's his mission in life is to get signs removed. But I mean, look at this. Like they always say, well, anyone could print out a piece of paper. It's like these are metal plates that are permanently attached to the wall. Like this isn't just some little nothing they just came up with just to give idiots a hard time if they walk in with a camera. Like, when are these guys going to learn that this isn't a thing except for the fact that they do it? And it's such nonsense and crap and garbage. And the whole false narrative building thing, he's taken it to a whole new level with this. Oh, he attacked me and tried to put his hands on me nonsense. He never even tried to touch you. You think I could say it? Yeah, I know. I'm having fun with it. That's all. Shit. See? All right, here we go. Boom.
Right to record in
Yes,
publicly
yes, you do.
accessible areas.
Okay, but
I'm
not here.
gathering
This is a
content.
courthouse. The signs are very clear.
I'm not in a courtroom.
Do you have business here today?
I'm not in a courtroom. Yes, I do.
Well, it says if you actually read the sign, office or hallway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask
So where's
you,
the courtrooms?
So I'm going to ask you.
Where's the
nicely,
courtrooms? Is this the hallway of a
so I'm gonna ask you
courtroom?
nicely, you've read the signs.
But if you want to
Now
get
you've asked for a
technical with the
law
sign,
enforcement officer here, yes, and maybe he can help you.
how you doing, sir? You law enforcement officer?
Yes, I am.
Suffolk County Deputy Sheriff.
Yes.
Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Anthony Atlas, 579.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just a First Amendment,
Yeah.
I'm a First
Idiot.
Amendment advocate. I'm a journalist.
Oh, I
I'm
thought
not
you were
in-
gonna
this
say
is-
idiot,
There's no
like, finally
courtrooms
tell the
around here
truth.
where I'm at. These are publicly accessible areas. I'm just working on a story, gathering content for a story. Peacefully, I'm not bothering anybody, and they're making a big deal about it.
What do you
Okay. I'm sorry. Now I got to throw in another one of my 2 cents. All right. This is another thing that they always say that drives me so crazy, right? I'm working on a story, right? So the security guards come, the cops come. Well, I'm just here working on a story, so you guys should leave me alone. But them showing up and talking to you is the story. We all know this. Auditing the way they react to you filming is the story. So using the excuse that you need to leave me alone because I'm working on a story, their reaction is the story. Like, I'm gonna give myself a stroke. All right, here we go. Back to the stupidity. Oh, wait, you know what? Now that I think about it, there was something else that came up a few minutes ago in the chat I wanted to address. Let me see if I can find it again. Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure it'll come back to me because I'm sure this idiot's gonna go right back into saying the same crap. And because this is still a long time to go on this video, so let's see what else he's got for us. More stupidity.
trying to accomplish?
I'm
What are
trying
you
to
trying to
accomplish
accomplish?
exercising my rights without having being told to stop. That's really what I'm trying to accomplish.
No, you're.
I
I'm
mean,
happily talk with you. Can
I-
you inform me what you want?
I mean, we could talk, but I don't
Are you
want to talk
trying
out there
record
unless you're
this? I
going
don't
to.
get it.
No, I'm just recording all the signage here and all the public documents that are inside.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm an independent journalist, like I told you. I'm just working on a story on the. I'm not anywhere near.
An independent idiot.
It's a story on the Traffic Violations Bureau, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not anywhere near any courtrooms. Nowhere near courtroom.
All right.
No, not even in them.
This is-
I showed this
I
gentleman
understand,
all
yeah.
the signs and asked him to read it.
Yeah, but these aren't the
Just
law.
says
These aren't the law, though. These aren't the law, sir. These are signs. These are policies.
These policies of what the building is asking you of.
Yeah,
So-
they're policies. I have a right. This is a public building. I have the right to be in this public building. And just because I'm
Exactly.
recording shouldn't restrict my access to the public building. I'm not bothering anybody. I'm not interrupting any courtrooms. I'm not doing anything of that nature. I'm not causing a disturbance. If anything, that security guard over there, while I was filming these signs over here, he tried to run up on me and grab me from behind. And I had to put my hand out to stop him.
Who's this?
The guy right behind you, right by the computer screen over there. It was uncalled for. I'm a reasonable guy. I'm not trying to break the law. I'm
No,
not
you're
breaking
not.
the law.
You're not being
I'm not
reasonable.
breaking
at
the law.
all. You're being
haven't signed up
exactly
here
the
for a reason.
opposite.
I
of
understand it's a
reasonable.
policy, but they also, sir,
Yeah.
deputy, they also had signs once upon a time that said people of a certain skin color couldn't come into an establishment,
It's
correct?
completely different. That's an
Were those signs
absolute false
acceptable? Just 'cause it's on a
equivalency.
sign.
Can we talk over here? So
I-
I can
I'd
do my
rather-
job over here.
I get out the way. We can come over
Come
here.
over here. Just follow me over here.
We can come over here.
Wait a minute. That's a whole nother thing. What's up out there, associates? So I can't believe he actually said that. But a lot of these guys do that, right? They say, well, if there was a sign saying no black people or no Jews or whatever, that would be an illegal sign and you couldn't do that. Yes. But saying no recording is completely different when it comes to race, religion, sexual orientation, disability, all the things that they legally cannot say no to, right? Those are not the same thing as an idiot with a camera. Like, how could you make that equivalency? That's a false equivalency. That's nonsense. And, oh, man. One says it, they all say it. Absolutely. It's just, oh, it's so frustrating with these boneheads. Rosa Parks would throw him off the bus, right? Oh, man. I love that.
So what are you trying to do? Besides just record
I'm just recording in publicly accessible areas. That's all I'm
Okay.
doing. And if you are going to violate my rights in any way, you let me know that, and I'll take it up with the proper venue. If you're going to arrest me for any
I
reason,
never said I was going to arrest you.
I would hope not. I'm not breaking the law.
That's why I'm just trying to talk to you, but I'd rather talk to you over there.
All right, Bill. I don't want to go over there, so I want to stay where I'm at. This is a public building. I'd rather stay where I'm at, sir. Excuse me. I'm not running away from you.
Who do you work for?
I'm independent. I work for myself, sir.
Independent, you work for yourself.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
You can. I've had a bunch of, I've gone through this before with, Suffolk County Police Department. You can call and check with them,
You've
even
gone
your own
through this
agency,
with
sir.
every day.
I'm
This
sure
is
they
what you
know
do
who I
for a
am.
living.
They know I'm an independent journalist. They know I'm not here with any nefarious. I'm not here with any nefarious purposes or anything. I'm just here to document all the signs in the publicly accessible areas. I don't want to go near
I
courtrooms
understand
or.
that, but the signs are clearly saying no video, no photographs, no recordings.
I understand the
So-
signs,
And you've
I don't
already
get what
filmed
you're trying
them.
to do.
but they're not law. That's my whole purpose. I don't have any weapons. I obviously cleared through the metal detector, right? So I'm not a threat to anybody. I don't understand what's the big deal about a camera. I get what you're saying, the signs,
Yeah.
but there could be, like I told you, there could be.
Okay, he's going to go back into that. All right, so real quick, I just wanted to throw this out there too. All right, so let's say that he was actually legitimately there, not for the money, not for the clicks and views, not for the YouTube clout, but to stand up for our freedoms by getting rid of these unconstitutional signs, right? Because that's his big argument, right? So let's just assume for a second that that argument is true. He went in there, he took pictures of the signs, right? Now he has them. Now he can go up the chain of command properly and show his video as evidence that the signs are there and they say no recording. And the guy asking him not to record, he can make the argument, the legal argument, that their signs are unconstitutional. He already has them on film, and he already has someone asking him to stop filming to use as evidence to prove his argument, right? Why is he still there? Got the information I need to prove that these signs are up, and then I could go to court to argue that they're illegal and get them removed. But instead, I need content for my YouTube channel, and so I have to lie about a security guard trying to beat me up when the dude just went like that, didn't even try to touch him or his camera, just put his hand in front of the lens and not even close to it. He was like back here. Like you could see his whole hand. So he was at least this far away, right? So, but he's turning this into this big federal case, and there's no reason for it. So to believe that he's just doing it for that reason is impossible, because it's obvious to me that it's false. Again, I'm just here working on a story. What's the story? Oh, well, it's the signs. Well, you already filmed the signs. So why are you still here? Why are you still filming? The cops' interaction with him is the story. He baits them. They bite. He gets a bite, and he just digs his heels in and goes batshit crazy on these guys. Play.
Any sign, you could put up a sign anywhere. I could put up a sign, and what does that mean? What law? You are law enforcement.
What are you trying to accomplish?
I told you, Gav.
This whole building.
I told you I'm working on a story on this building. That's what I'm trying to accomplish. Yeah.
What's the story?
I'm gathering public information on the Traffic Violations Bureau.
Okay. Well, clearly you're not allowed to record here. It's based on the signs. I know you're saying it's not the law.
Yeah.
That's just the
We
way
have
it
you
is.
took an oath to the United States Constitution to uphold the Constitution. Did you, sir?
Yeah, I did.
I know you did. So, okay, so the First Amendment of the United States is we have freedom of press.
Mhm.
So if anywhere that a regular citizen can go, I can go. I'm not in a courtroom. Judges have control over the courtroom, and this is where you pay your tickets. This is nowhere near a courtroom. Yeah, this is not a courthouse building. This is the Denison building. This is controlled by the county.
The county executive to run a story.
I don't need their permission though. That my thing is that I don't need their. I see what you're saying, but I don't need their permission. That's the whole point, really. To be honest, I'm not in any room. I'm not breaking any laws. I don't want to cause a disturbance.
Morning, Scott.
I'm not going to. I don't know what else there is to really talk about. That's not my goal here.
Okay, nothing else to talk about. You can go home now.
Do you have a
Bye.
supervisor I can speak to, maybe, or
I don't have a supervisor here. No, I don't.
can you call a supervisor? Are you stationed here in this building?
For the day, I am. That's about it.
Oh, okay. Can you call a
If you got a problem,
supervisor?
You got to speak with PD about that. They run it.
They run what?
They run this building.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not PD. I'm not local police department.
All right. So I mean, why? Then what are we talking for? I want to
I
talk
was
to
told
somebody.
to come over here. You're not allowed to record in here. That's what
I
I'm saying
mean,
here.
I'm not breaking the law. You said
I
it
understand
yourself.
that. I'm not saying you broke the law. I'm not saying you broke the law. I'm not saying you did anything.
So I guess I'm just going to go about my business then. I'm not breaking the law. TPVA 9 a.m. morning calendars here. You guys are always recording us.
Oh, that is
Right?
false equivalency.
You guys are always recording the people. Look at the camera right above you, man. Captain, excuse me. There's a camera everywhere, right?
Cameras are
It's a
different.
big deal. You go to
Security
Walmart,
cameras
there's a
are
camera.
different.
There's always a
Europe,
camera going to be everywhere you go.
EOS. Security cameras are different. Europe, EOS.
I see your signs.
Security
I see
cameras are
them.
different.
But there also was signs at once upon a time that said that, people
Yeah,
of a
not
certain
the same
skin
thing.
color.
Not the same thing.
I might go about the president.
Well,
This is the sign.
and the president is that I'm openly defying that sign because I believe it to be
Because you're
unconstitutional.
trying to get clicks and
This
views.
is whatever you like.
Okay. So this is the metal detector that we came through when we first walked in over here. So they know we don't have any weapons.
Now, at least he didn't complain about the Fourth Amendment.
Not a threat to anyone.
You're a threat to
Ridiculous.
intelligence.
The way they escalated like that. The way this man escalated the
You
situation
escalated
was
it.
horrendous.
You escalated it.
I'm glad I turned around because he was reaching to grab me, that's for sure.
No, he
I get
didn't.
real bad tyrant vibes off this guy.
He didn't
So
even
this is the clerk's office over
reach
here.
to grab you at all on any level. Nancy, this is Long
Cashier's
Island
office where you
Audit.
pay your fines. What is it that they don't want us to know here?
Oh yeah, that's why no filming's allowed, because they're trying to hide something from you. Like they even know who you are. Hey, that almost looked like Anselmo for a second.
Let's hope he's talking to somebody who respects their oath that they took to uphold the United States Constitution. Unconstitutional signs here.
Let's hope you grow some neurons in your brain.
Hey, Deputy, did we get any clarification, sir?
Yeah, you can record, just obviously not in the courtroom. So
Okay.
that's you do you. As long as you're not causing disturbance, that's fine by me.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure that
No, you're not bothering anybody.
we
You
had
wanna
some
record,
clarification. Exactly.
record. I don't
Thank
care. I
you.
gave you my name and shield, no problem.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate
All
it.
right, enough. Blah blah blah. Sometimes Long Island Audit gets my goat. Yes. Long Island Audit victory. Oh yeah, he won. Oh my God! By lying and building false narratives and all the other nonsense. Yeah, of course. And so, did he get the sign taken down? No, he did not. Anyway, I got another one. Where is it? Let's see. Okay, this one. what is this? All right. I think it's time now. Before we get into that. So yesterday we talked a little bit about how yesterday we were talking about how Press NH now got arrested for having his fans call flood the place that he was auditing, and ultimately he went to court and was found not guilty. And we all saw the video, and it all seemed pretty obvious to us that he was encouraging his fans to call flood. But he did go to court. He did. They showed his video in court, and the judge ultimately ruled he was not guilty. So that's fine, whatever. But Frauditor Troll actually posted the entire court case on his channel yesterday. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I'm just going to show closing arguments so you can see kind of what they were going for. And the big excuse that these guys always use to get away with the call flooding is always the same. Basically, I can't physically force them to call flood. I had nothing to do with that. I didn't make the calls. I personally did not make the calls. Therefore, I'm not responsible for them. And that's basically it. So I'm just going to, hey, good morning, Chelsea May. So I'm just going to play the ending bit, the closing argument, so we could see ultimately how he got away with it. And then after that, definitely stay tuned, because I got this whole thing planned out for my big Denver Metro audits video I'm going to show in a minute. But first, let's watch the closing arguments of this trial from Press NH Now. All right. Where is it? Boom. And again, this is from Troll, so credit where credit's due.
He was on bail conditions from Epping, New Hampshire Police Department.
Okay, did that cause you to make contact with the Epping PD?
Yes.
And what was your understanding based on Epping PD as far as the conduct of the defendant?
He was arrested for trespassing. And he was on bail conditions at the time of our incident.
Did they have the same experience within a lower calls?
They did, yes.
No objection.
Did you view the Claremont PD and the Epping videos?
Yes.
Seem to be about the same type of activities and encouragement from the defendant?
Yes.
Generally, you respect an individual's right to report in public?
Yes.
Okay. And is it your purpose to infringe on the defendant's right to report?
No.
And you didn't charge him with any crime relating to the emails or other types of communications or other types of activity, correct?
Correct.
So it's only the safety risk posed by the massive overload of phone calls, which the defendant decided that you believe goes to the level of charging him?
Yes.
And you still believe that the defendant on that day did obstruct government administration?
I do. Yes.
And you still believe that the charge of disorderly conduct is also a valid and sustainable charge?
Yes.
I don't know, I'm sort of fine with this, but sort of based
Don't
on.
go over it again if you've gone over it. Pay attention.
Afternoon, Chief. I'm Jason Major. We haven't met before.
No.
So someone coming to your department from the teacher's lawyer.
It was
Morning, Cat Woo.
Just testifying about how you respected Mr. Manchin's First Amendment rights.
Yes.
So you would agree that Mr. Manchin showing up with a camera in your department to live stream or videotape what you're doing, that's a legitimate purpose.
Yes.
Also agree that anyone viewing his videos, if they see something on the video they don't like, what you're doing as a police chief or as a police department, they have their own independent right to petition you, to call you, to make a complaint.
Sure, but not the manner that it was done.
So they're not allowed to call you and say, hey, I have a complaint. They are, right? They're allowed to do that.
They're allowed to call.
You watched the video,
Yes,
and I think counsel for the state showed that there were some comments on the side.
correct.
And I think she cited 1 or 2 comments where the commenter put the department's phone number.
Yes,
And if you watched the whole thing, and I'm guessing you watched it several times, I know.
yes,
If you look at those comments, there are actually several people that do that throughout, right?
yes,
Multiple times people are saying, here's the phone number for the department.
yes.
All right. And so,
Have a good day,
you don't
Script.
know. No, wait a minute. If people call the department because thought Mr. Manchin was telling them, as opposed to reading one of those comments.
I watched the live stream, and that's what I took out of when he mentioned, I'm gonna need your help on this one. And then when he interacts with
That's a guess.
when he interacts with his viewers and thanks them for posting the phone number, I think I'm quite certain that it's him wanting them to call in and teach us a lesson.
He's got other people on that live stream saying, we don't know if any particular person responded to him versus a commenter. No way to know.
There isn't, but it also wouldn't have happened if he wasn't live streaming.
It's a legitimate purpose to live stream. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have been there in the first place. I'm not saying what he did was illegal to go there and live stream. He gets to do that, right?
Sure, yes.
And his audience, they're his audience because they share similar views to him, correct?
I'd assume yes.
All right. And so,
Objection, he has no idea what he is that.
they're watching the video. They're watching the video, and if they have similar views to him, they don't need any encouragement to call, right? They want to do that anyway.
Was that a question? I'm sorry.
Yes. If they have an antagonistic view of police officers and police departments, I'm sure you'd say Mr. Manchin does, they don't need a lot of encouragement. They're going to do it anyway, right?
Okay, so I wanted to point that out
Exact date and time?
real
No.
quick. I'm going to go back just a tiny little bit and listen to what his defense attorney says. His first question was, if they have a similar view to his, then they would be, they would call anyway, right? And then the objection was, well, he can't speak on what his viewers or opinions are. And he said, well, if he changed the way he said it, right? He said, well, if they do it that blah, 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 then they have similar views to him, right? So in other words, if they have an antagonistic view of the police like he does, right? He said it right there. The guy's trying to antagonize. That's the whole point. And he admits it. Well, the lawyer says it, but they're like, yeah, nobody objected to that comment.
Antagonistic view of police officers to call, right? They want to do that anyway.
Was that a question? I'm sorry.
Yes. If they have an antagonistic view of police officers and police departments, I'm sure you'd say Mr. Manchin does, they don't need a lot of encouragement. They're going to do it anyway, right?
At that exact date and time, no, because the reason why it was all concentrated at that same time is because it was live streamed by Mr. Manchin.
What you're saying is these people knew that Mr. Manchin was engaging in a First Amendment protected activity, and they used that as a cue to engage in their own First Amendment protected activity.
Yes, they all
Okay,
engaged in the
that's what I
same.
wanted to get.
Yep.
Thank you. Oh, I don't know.
But for the live posted on live stream on that day, and the comments, and the availability of the phone number, both in the comments below, as referenced by the defendant and as by the viewers, as well as the defendant's reactions to the posting of the phone numbers. But for all that occurring, would you have received all those calls at that one time?
Nobody know. You charge us. There you go. There you go. Chief. You're free to stand.
Sorry, you can stand in court.
Anything else we said?
Your Honor, the state will provide to the court in the thumb drive, which she has.
Well, anyway, the rest is all, just standard, wrapping everything up. And then the judge finally says not guilty. I just wanted to show that part of the argument because, and hello, Salacious. Good to see you again. Hey, welcome. As always. Great to have you here. Great to have all you guys here. Love you guys. So yeah, that's what happens, right? He even says flat out, he has an antagonistic view of the police. And yeah, watching all these frauditors is making me dumber, I'm telling you. My IQ used to be 125. I'm probably done to 80 now because done to instead of down to these idiots. Anyway, so that's that. Whatever. Bunch of idiots being stupid. What else is new? Next, I have a good one. Cop laughs at First Amendment auditor from Let's Go Viral. And one of the things I want to point out before Jennifer, what's up? The one thing I wanted to point out, they make me feel smart. Yeah, right. Before I play this next one, if you watch closely, you will see that there are a couple of very important edits that take place in the following video. The most important one, because the video is titled Cop Laughs at First Amendment Auditor. Like it's so unprofessional and rude and horrible for the cops to laugh at him. But if you watch, pay attention, there's an edit right before the cop laughs. So we have no idea what the cop was laughing in response to. He cut that bit out. Watch. Just to make sure that I ain't making that up. You tell me what you think when you see this.
I'm actually trying to go upstairs to the district attorney's office, or if not that, to the window next door.
Okay. All right, you gotta stop filming. You can't film me here.
Is there a general order saying that I can't?
You see those signs? See that sign right there?
Yeah, that's for the courtrooms. I'm not going in.
That's for the courthouse.
No, it's not for, this is publicly accessible, right?
It's for the courthouse.
Right, but this is specifically inside the courtroom, not for public areas.
Always, man.
Why don't you, man, who am I talking to? Just so I know.
Officer Rakaza, what's up?
Rakaza, badge number 8004?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
We'll get to read the sign.
Yeah.
All locations in the courthouse, including courtrooms, offices, and hallways.
This is a lobby.
At all locations.
Do you mind just getting a hold of the district attorney just to ask him? Because I'm an independent journalist, okay? And I'm trying to gather.
There are numbers right there. You can contact them.
But he's in the building, though.
All right, I'm sorry. I had to stop it there real quick because just that right there, right off the bat. Well, just call the district attorney and ask him. Right, because the district attorney has nothing better to do with his time than to just drop everything he's doing and run downstairs because some idiot is wobbling his camera around in the lobby. Yeah, that's reasonable. And then in a minute, he's going to call the cops unreasonable. He's the one who's being unreasonable.
Yes, I got there's numbers right there.
Okay.
You can contact him.
Hey, can I get your name and badge number, please?
Lewandowski.
I'm sorry?
Lewandowski. 7572.
Lewandowski, 7572?
That's right.
Thank you. And you, miss?
Yep.
How do you pronounce that?
How you doing, Lars?
Sieber, badge number kind of shiny.
It's okay.
Can you tell me? I can't see it because it's kind of 8354.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And here's all the information.
All
Or you
right.
can go up there.
I'm trying to go up there.
Dag nabbit, I
I'm
was
trying to
on
go up
mute.
there.
Yeah, it's Let's Go Viral is the name of the channel.
But I shouldn't have to in a public area. That's why I'm trying to have you ask the district attorney. All you gotta do is take a walk.
You don't have to do anything while you're filming.
I'm not giving you a directive. I'm just saying what you can do. You don't need to be unreasonable like you're being. You are. So can you please? Because look, I'm an independent journalist. Okay, gathering content for a story. So freedom of the press.
Where have I heard that
Freedom of the
before?
press.
So
So
I would call, if I were you, I'd call the clerk's office then, because that's where you would get permission
Listen.
to film in the courthouse.
I'm not in any courtroom or anything like that. If you speak to, do you guys have a supervisor here by any chance, or
We do have a supervisor.
can I speak to them, please?
Supervisor, right. He's,
Your sergeant, maybe if
sergeant's on lunch right now.
what about the lieutenant?
Yeah, he's actually, he's a lieutenant if you want.
Yeah, can I please speak to him, please?
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe because I just want to be able to, gather my content. I just want to be able to file my foils like I'm entitled to.
You can, man. Absolutely.
And you guys are just misunderstanding that sign. To be honest, that's specifically for the courtrooms and stuff like that, not
It
for
doesn't say that.
not for public areas. But
All right. I just thought of something just now. All right. So there was a song called Royals, and Weird Al Yankovic did a parody of it where it's aluminum foil, right? Well, this guy just said that he wants to go upstairs and request his foils. Gotta get my foils. Oh my God. We got to put that on got to make that a new Audit Them theme. Oh, I got to request my foils. All right, Sam, I am. How you doing, buddy? Let's get back to this. This is coming up. Now watch. Like I said, there's going to be a cut, and then the cop's going to be laughing. And the whole point of this video is how unprofessional the cops were by laughing at him, or security guards, whatever they are. But somehow he edited out whatever it was they were laughing at. Watch. I might be wrong. Tell me what you think.
But you should know that information is all I'm trying to say.
Did you see it? Let me go back.
You guys should. That's specifically for the courtrooms and stuff like that, not
It
for
doesn't say that.
not for public areas. But you guys should know that information is all I'm trying to say.
Did you see it?
These guys are camera shy, even though police, have body cams and record us. It's funny.
We're not camera shy. We got cameras all over this place.
Yeah, so I don't know what the issue is. This guy's over here hiding, so you can speak for yourself because you're not hiding. You're conducting yourself in a reasonable manner.
Show off the building.
Another
I don't see
edit.
why not?
You see
Show off
that?
the good people in here if there's any. Why not?
All right. So I just wanted to run that real quick. Was I wrong? Or he fades out and then fades back in. And the guy's laughing. But somehow he cut out whatever it was that he said that they were referring to. It's not an edit. It actually faded out and then back in. How is that not an edit? Oh, man, that's insane. Anyway, guys, there is one more thing I wanted to do today. All joking aside, okay? Let's get serious for a second. All right? And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take a moment to honor a true American hero, a patriot whose tireless efforts to protect our rights are a shining beacon of light in a dark, dark world. A man who has, through his cunning mind and voracious appetite for justice, discovered finally the true path to real freedom. The one man whose most brilliant and effective audits has torn down the veil of government deceit and created a new level of transparency within the government that will most assuredly assure a bright and hopeful future for our children. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is in fact true that our greatest American hero, Denver Metro Audits, is back at the library.
Ridiculous. So this is the lady right here that called the police on us.
I did not call anybody.
Well, you're the one that told me immediately that I can't record in here, and then that lady assaulted me.
Right, because of what you did, that escalated.
Yeah, you were the one that set the tone for the whole interaction by saying that we can't record in here, ma'am.
And then she goes and grabs him. You saw her assault him and grab him first. Don't deny that, ma'am. That was unacceptable. That was shameful. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, look, she's
You're the one that set that tone.
Yeah, man, you caused the whole fire here.
Hi.
Hi there.
It's fine to film the library building and materials and staff. We just ask that you don't film the people using the library.
Well, I mean, I can ask you to give me $5, right? I mean, I can ask you to take your shoes off. There's lots of things that you can ask me to do, but I have a right to record anything I can see in here, ma'am. And your whoever was up there at the front immediately started yelling at us, saying that we're not allowed to record right now in the library, which sparked a reaction from a patron. She assaulted me and grabbed my chest. And then some other guy came up and started like a mob mentality. That's the thing, is that you guys as the employees set the tone for the entire interaction. And when you guys get irate like that and out of control, then the other patrons see that behavior and they think that if the employees are acting that way, now I can act that way. And then this other guy was like, call 911, call 911. Yes. I mean, this is ridiculous, ma'am. This is a First Amendment protected activity. Ma'am.
I understand that you are allowed to film in here. I do not, and you are allowed to film staff. You know, I'm staff. Of course, you're allowed to film me. We do protect our patrons' privacy, and if a patron does not want to be filmed, we ask that you respect that.
Okay, well, I mean, like I said, I require everyone, I have my own personal policy that everyone that I talk to has to give me $5 before we start the conversation. But 100% of the time, everyone's disobeyed my policy, right? Because they don't actually have to. So here's the thing, ma'am, this is a public, we're not trying to like antagonize people, but this is a public space, ma'am. So there's no privacy in public. So this is like if I was recording on a sidewalk, somebody couldn't say, don't record me on a sidewalk. Yeah. So yes, it's your obligation to protect their privacy. So there is a CRS 24-90-119, which states that a publicly supported library shall not disclose any information of any patron having used the library. It's just like a HIPAA law. That's not on me. That's on you guys. But you can't turn my First Amendment protected activity into any type of crime. There's case law that backs up what we're doing, man. We know what we're doing. We did our research before we came here. And again, we came in here to peacefully do a tour of your library and check it out. Before literally, we didn't even get past the front doors before we were assaulted and yelled at by one of your employees.
Which triggered a chain reaction.
I understand what you're saying, and that's unfortunate.
Are the police coming?
It was unfortunate.
I'm sorry?
Are the police coming?
I am not aware if they are or not.
Well, could you find out? Because we can't leave because we don't want to flee the scene.
No, please.
If the police are here, then we don't want them out there looking for us. So would you be able to find that out for us? Thank you, Renee.
Okay, so I want to address that now because that's one of their big excuses that they love to use all the time, right? Well, if you called the cops on us, then we don't want the cops to come after us thinking that we fled the scene. That's bullshit. And let me tell you why. If the reason that the cops are being called is they're being called on you for a trespass means they want you to leave. So if you leave, you're no longer trespassing and there's no need for the cops. But they're just using it as an excuse to stick around. But anyone, David, you tell me, what's the purpose of auditing a library at all? Like, a library? And this guy, that's what he does now. He does library after library after library. To what end? How has that got anything to do with exposing corruption within the government, with exposing, tyrannical police? A bunch of people sitting down quietly reading books. Maybe a couple people on the computer. Oh, it's a library. That's the problem. I wasn't understanding it's a library. Oh, man. These guys. Oh, Denver Metro audits. You're such an idiot. Oh. To preserve our rights. See, okay, real quick. Let me ask you something. This was brought up yesterday. I was watching a stream. I think it was Commentator Auditor's stream. I was actually on that panel, but only for like a minute. I had to go. Which was it I was watching? Anyway, I was watching one of the streams, and they were talking about what exactly is it? Where exactly is it that our rights are being, what's up, Brian? Where exactly is it that our rights are being limited to the point that we need these people out there fighting for our rights? In other words, like, and I always use this example, like a library, for example, or a courtroom, or a police station, or any of these places that go a post office, right? Did you know that the government is telling us that we can't film in these places? Okay, but other than you idiots, why would anyone want to film in those places? Maybe in a courtroom I could see, because there's this thing about, court proceedings are public and blah, blah, blah. So to a certain extent, I could see that. But in general, going into a library, or especially a library or a post office or any of these places, and recording, they're telling us that we're not allowed to record in there, and we have to fight for the right to record in there. Why? How is that limiting anything other than you idiots wobbling your cameras around in these places? Nobody else gives a flying frick at a rolling popsicle stick. I just made that up. Thank you very much. Wait a minute, I got to put Elvis out for that one. Oh, thank you very much. Yay, yay. That wasn't the end. Don't leave. But yeah, let's. Okay, so here's the thing. All right. The Peabody Institute Library has many historical artifacts, both from George Peabody and King George. Okay, so this is another big argument that they love to use, right? Now, growing up in Chicago, they had some really historic buildings there, some really cool stuff. As far as libraries go, we had the Martin Luther King Jr. Library in Chicago, right? So intellectually, logically, I could see the idea, if it's an older building, if it has interesting architecture, going in there and wanting to film that, right? But if that's what they were doing, there wouldn't be a problem. That's what they say they're doing, but that's part of their false narrative building. Well, look at all the cool historic things here. I just want to film those historic things. Okay, so then why are you pointing the camera at the patrons? Why are you pointing the camera at the lady behind the counter? Why are you pointing the camera at this and that, and not the things that you came there to film? If you came to, if I'm holding this, right? And I put it down over here, and you're filming me. And I say, why are you filming? You say, oh, I wanted a picture of those glasses. It's like, well, then take a picture of the glasses and get the hell out. Like, what's the point? There's no purpose to anything. The Windy Apple. Oh, man. So let's go back to more Denver Metro audits, protecting our rights by auditing a freaking library.
Tell me your name, please.
My name's Renee.
And what is your position here, please?
I'm the manager.
You're the manager. Thank you.
I'm sure our staff mentioned that you shouldn't be filming other patrons in the library.
We shouldn't be filming patrons?
Right.
Why is that?
Well, with patron confidentiality, their use of the library is protected.
Okay. What is protected?
Their use of the library?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, their use of the library is protected. So basically with the CRS for public library states that you guys shall not disclose any information in regards to patrons using the library. So that's all it is. It just basically says that you can't tell me if somebody checked out a book. Like if I want to know who's the person that checked out a book, you can't disclose that to me, right? That's what the privacy law is for libraries, ma'am.
Do you guys need any information about the library?
No, we don't need any. What we need really is for you guys to stop giving us unlawful directives and tell us that we can't record patrons, man. We didn't come in here to record patrons. We come in here to do a tour of your lobby and your library here. I've never been to this one. I got assaulted right away, and your lady over there at the front desk was yelling at us right before when we came in, saying that we can't record in here, which is not true, man.
Let me know if you want any information about the library. My name is Cheryl. I'm the Patron Experience Supervisor here at Conway. Patron Experience Supervisor.
Okay. So as the patron experience supervisor, ma'am, you should know that the patrons don't have a right to not be recorded in here. Just education for you for the next time, because we're going to definitely have to come back now and do a follow-up visit from the way I was assaulted immediately.
Yeah, because you're an idiot.
When we come back, we don't want people to be telling us not to record patrons and that they have privacy, because they don't. This is a public space, man. They don't have privacy in public. Yeah, that's what I should be asking, Steve. Where Chatio is, man. I mean, is Chatio the supervisor over here training these guys or what?
They love telling
So
people
we're
how
still
to
getting
do their
confirmation on
jobs.
whether they called the police
It's
or
so
not, because
funny.
they were hollering call 911 and everything else just because we came in here with cameras. It's crazy. Just said, ma'am, Cheryl, do you know if the police are coming? Because Renee said she was going to find out for us, but
Blah,
it's
blah,
been a
blah,
while.
blah, 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 blah. Okay, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Oh, once again, I got to pause it because I got to say something about this too. All right. Getting back to the whole, like, the directive things, right? Asking them to leave is not a directive. Here's the thing with that. And they always try to sell this as well. And once again, it's so absolutely nonsensical, bull crap, garbage. Yes, only frauditors have rights. And here's the other problem. So when somebody asks them not to film them, right? Somebody says they don't want to be filmed, that we don't allow filming in this building, blah, 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 blah. They always turn it around and start like, oh, I'm going to quote the CRS. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. The problem is that you're constantly telling them how to do their job. You're constantly telling them what to do. You're doing your job wrong by asking me to leave and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, what you do, especially in this case with the libraries and stuff, is not a thing, right? And the point I'm trying to make is when they say that, okay, you know what? There it is. Boom. This is what I'm trying to explain. Just leave them alone. Their big, hey, what's up, Pat? Their big argument that they always make is, well, what I want is to be able to walk into a building filming and nobody bothers me. Nobody talks to me. Everybody leaves me alone. Because if they don't, then that's a fail. And we're going to teach you a lesson by coming back and back and back and back until you bow down and lick my boots because I have a camera, and you follow my directives because I pay your salary, and I'm the ruler of the universe because I have a camera. But you know what? Here's the thing. When they come in, and I've seen so many videos about this, when they walk in and they're left alone, how dare these public servants ignore me? They're supposed to be doing their job. They're supposed to serve me because they're my servants. So if they talk to you, I just want to be left alone. So that's a fail because they talk to you. But if they don't talk to you, that's a fail because how dare they not do their jobs? You can't win. No matter what you do, you did the wrong thing. That's it. They take the words out of context? Yes, they do. Anyway, here's some more stupidity from Denver Metro audits at another library once again.
Police have been called.
They have been called? Okay, so the police have been called. We got confirmation, guys. So they called the police on free Americans for walking inside of a library with a camera. That's it. So we'll see what happens, guys, when the police get here. She was like Mama Bear in there.
Yeah, I detached her off of you.
I mean, wait till you guys see the static version when we edit this. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what that looks like.
So
yeah, that was the spicy tea coming out, y'all.
yeah, spicy tea came out, guys. Renee just said we can record in here, lady. Do better, man. That's ridiculous.
Get trained.
Guys, they don't say one word about the out of control irate patron coming up and assaulting me.
Right.
All they care about is a man in here with a camera. They don't care about the man in with the camera who is getting assaulted, physically assaulted. Like at Monument Library, when Good Athena, which was Aurora Transparency's daughter, got assaulted by that lady.
Yes.
And then guess what? The employees don't say a word about an assault. They're more worried about us in there with cameras. What's your name, ma'am? Ma'am, what's your name? I need your name, ma'am.
Get out of my face and go home. That's my name.
You're just going to walk away from me and ignore me?
Yeah. Just wait a minute.
Stick her name tag off.
Wait a
guys.
minute. Hold on a second.
First she had her sweater covering
Let's go
her name.
back. What did we just talk about?
Ma'am.
He
What's your
just
name, ma'am?
said
Of an
when I
assault.
stopped
They're more worried
before.
about us in there.
He just said, hold on, wait a minute. He just said when I stopped that the whole thing is they want to be ignored. That's their goal. Now she's ignoring him. That's a bad thing.
With cameras. What's your name, ma'am? Ma'am, what's your name? I need your name, ma'am. You're just going to walk away from me and ignore me? She took her name tag off, guys. First she had her sweater covering her name tag. Now she took it, removed it completely.
What's up, K5?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get your name, ma'am, for 100%. I promise you. You're a public employee. I'm going to do a public records request, and I guarantee you I will get your first and last name. I'm going to get your salary and everything. Look what you cause. Police actually have real crimes to solve, ma'am. You know that, right? There's unsolved murders and assaults out there. And you guys want to call the police on free Americans for coming into a public library with cameras and then say nothing when I get assaulted by that other patron? That's disgraceful, ma'am. Shame on you.
Shame on you for
doing
being
that.
a professional idiot.
And then just filming each other.
Nice. I love that. Canva.
Yeah.
Go get that.
Triple TikToks.
It's called a cam
I
bag.
have my hair good though.
Oh yeah, this guy said he wants to be involved in it. That's what he said. So it's fine. You can be involved in it. I'm more concerned about this lady right here that started the whole conflict. I wanted to come in yelling at me right as soon as we walked in the door, guys. Yelling, saying we can't record in here.
Hey, one thing that I wanted to mention, was it David who said it? Probably. Let me go back in the comments. Let's see. Somebody said that, oh yeah, it was David. She should dress more appropriately. Take a good look at her shirt. It's a library shirt. It's not just a random t-shirt that she wore because she was too lazy to get dressed for work. It's a library shirt. It says dive deep, library something change. So it's a library shirt. So it's probably, whatever.
Acting a fool. And then she took her name
Library
tag
summer
off.
change. That's what
You know, it's public information. You wear a name tag for a reason, man, so that members of the public can know who they're speaking with. So I promise you, I'm going to get your name and your salary.
So what?
You know, you could just apologize. Renee, the manager, came out here and told us that we can record in here, so you were wrong. But no, you want to just ignore me and not engage with me now and take your name tag off.
Oh, thank God
Next
he
time
said
somebody
that.
comes in here with a camera and they get assaulted, you should call the police on the person doing the assaulting, not the person doing the lawful activity, man.
Oh.
Lawful activity.
Well, thank you. You're out there
I'm
fighting
a
for
free
my rights by
American,
doing
man. I
this
have a
to
right
this
to
lady.
come in here and record in public.
Okay,
Hey, Renee.
so shut up. Okay, thank you.
Can I get the lady that was up there that initiated this entire confrontation? Can I get her name?
I'm not at liberty to give out any staff names.
Okay, well, it's public information, so how would I go about obtaining that information? Is there some type of public records request form that you guys have that I can fill out? How do I get that?
My assistant director's on the way here, and she'll be able to help us out with that when she gets here.
Okay, so she's the one that oversees a lot of Jefferson County libraries?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Jennifer, the assistant director, is on her way, guys. Because I guess it's an emergency that people came in here with cameras. So we're going to talk to Jennifer, the assistant director, and see if she's going to give us that lady's name.
All right, more false narrative building. Oh my gosh, this guy is so ridiculous. All right. This is a library. I don't know for a fact, but I'm almost willing to bet that this doesn't happen. Random people don't just walk in there with big camera rigs. I've been to a lot of libraries over the years, and I've never seen it. Never. So I've seen people like maybe take something that they don't want to take out, like some information or whatever, and take a picture of it with their phone. I've seen that happen. But that's it. And then building this whole story, false narrative around all these terrible employees, treating them like crap because they're calling the cops on them because I guess having a camera is an emergency. We're trying to educate them on how to deal with it. Here's the thing. The reason why they're, and this is going by their argument. I'm not saying this, but it's based on their argument. The reason why the employees there are not educated on how to handle idiots with cameras coming in is because other than you, idiots with cameras don't come in. It's not a thing. It doesn't come up. There's no reason for them to know and understand exactly how they're supposed to deal with that because they never have to deal with that. And if you do your thing and you get your wish and everyone from now on everywhere across the country decides to leave everyone alone when they film, what did you accomplish? Because once you've reached your goal, there's not going to be any market for what you're doing anymore because you walk in and there isn't going to be any interaction. So there's nothing to sell. So there's no more videos. So now that everyone's allowed to film, no one is going to. Because nobody wants to, except you, for clicks and views. Yay.
Hi. All right, guys. So,
Ladies and gentlemen, did you see the tyranny? Did you see? Here, let me rewind that a little bit. Wait till you see the horrible, evil tyranny from these hellacious, evil, vile policemen. Watch this. This level of tyranny is unacceptable. Watch this.
hi.
All right, one more time.
Hi.
One more
Hi.
time, just to make sure everyone catches how evil and horrible and tyrannical these cops are. Look at this. I can't believe that these tyrants are out there doing stuff like this. I'm so glad Denver Metro Audits is out there to stop it.
Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, I rest my case. Those were the most vile, vicious, evil, horrendous, tyrannical monsters I've ever seen. Oh, I'm so glad that Denver Metro Audits is out there trying to stop people from acting like that. Oh man. Anyway, that's that. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Love seeing you guys. Love doing this in the morning. Hey, stranger, what's up? Who could be more of an expert on the Constitution than an unemployed guy who lives in his parents' basement? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. They'll never just ignore them. Well, this is the problem, Nikki Red, is that even if, and this goes back to people like Amagansett Press and Silence Boy and Casey Camera Boy, people who audit regular citizens, right? If they do ultimately win, because there's already been a lot of police departments that are being told to just ignore these guys, right? So if the police are being told to ignore them, then they're not going to be able to get a police reaction. So they audit regular citizens, because then if the citizens call the cops, then that forces, because the cops have to answer the call, that forces the police interaction that they're looking for to bait the cops. But the problem is that when they start building all this crap, all this nonsense, they are going after, all right, let me put it this way. So again, assuming that they win and get their way, and finally the laws are changed, or at least everyone is trained on how to ignore these people and this and that, and the employees of every building everywhere on earth, because they don't just audit police stations anymore and city halls and libraries. Yeah, well, now they're doing libraries. Well, I'm going, in the old days, it was the police stations, the courthouses, the post offices, but now it's the libraries. And I've seen audits of fast food joints. I've seen audits of truck stops, manufacturing plants, everything and anything, public parks, beaches. They're auditing everything now, right? So let's say every employee of every business on earth is instructed to absolutely ignore these people. They're still the patrons. They're still the customers. They're still the general public. And like the first video I showed today shows, a lot of members of the general public don't like these guys and don't want them around and don't want to put up with their BS. So even if the employees ignore you, the patrons might turn around and say, get that camera out of my face before I give you a beatdown. So Silence Boy audited a funeral. See, it's just these idiots, man. They're so stupid. Oh, boy. Yeah, Silence Boy is definitely bottom of the barrel. Right there with SGV and his boyfriend, Casey Camera Boy, and the whole nine. Bunch of morons, idiots, dorks, idiots. Oh. But at the moment, that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover today. It hasn't quite been 2 hours yet, but oh wait, let's see. Okay. Sorry, just catching up on the chat. So I'm going to wrap it up early today. I got a busy day ahead of me. Got a lot of stuff going on. Just a quick update on what's been going on since it's October. I've been sharing with you guys every day. I've been going out of my way to watch a horror movie. So what I actually did last night was we watched Misery. It was kind of cool because, like what happens is every night after my little guy goes to bed, me and my older son sit down and watch a horror movie. That's our thing. Every day for October, we're going to watch a scary movie. So far, we did Creep Show. We did The Fly, the Jeff Goldblum one. What else? I'm trying to remember what the other one was. Anyway, we've been doing that. And we're just looking like what movies we have on demand, like just right now. And we're just going through the list. And as soon as I saw Misery on the horror list, I was like, I don't even think about Misery when I think about a horror film. But yeah, Stephen King, everything. So I'm like, yeah, it's Misery, man. And my boy was so into it. He was like sitting on the edge of his seat, telling, like, get out of there. Oh, he's got the key. Is he going to get out? What's going to happen next? Oh, no, she walked in the door. Like, he was really into it. It was so fun watching it with him because he got so into it. Yeah, it was fun. Oh, thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. And again, yeah, thank you to all you guys. Like I said, I'm going to wrap this up early today because I got a busy day ahead of me. A lot of stuff going on today. But in the meantime, to give my goodbyes, as always, is my Elvis gnome. Oh, yeah. Well, okay, I'm sorry. Wait, I have to stop real quick before I wrap it up. Stephen King is a genius. Here's something interesting that I was talking, like I said, I was talking to my older son as we were watching the movie, and he pointed out, he's like, Dad, I'm like, what? He's like, Stephen King, man. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, today we watched Misery, and that was written by Stephen King. I'm like, yeah. He's like, and yesterday we watched Creep Show, and that was written by Stephen King, and Stephen King was in it. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, and my favorite horror movie is The Shining, and Stephen King wrote that. I'm like, yeah. He's like, Stephen King's pretty good, huh? I'm like, yeah. Anyway, Thinner. Yep. That's another one. Love Thinner. Yeah. Take it easy, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Love you all. Love my mornings with you. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up right now. I'm going to give you a little bit of that. Yeah, some all shook up.